No. Before we get into the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy the video. So we're starting with cutting some chicken breasts before we blend them. You can always buy the chicken mince or the ground chicken breast, but I didn't have and I wanted to make this dim sum, so I decided to just cut them up, put them in the blender and hit the pause button a few times, and it worked. It worked. So this, as I mentioned, this is for chicken breast, and now we just get all the other ingredients ready. So it's just nice to leave this in the marinade for a little bit. When I say a little bit, like 30 minutes to an hour. This is some cabbage. It's called Napa cabbage, but you can use normal cabbage, that's also fine. Some spring onion or scallion. What else is it called? Yes, that is really good for this chicken dim sum dumpling. You know what I mean. I prefer to call it dim sum because it makes it sound authentic. I know it's not authentic because I'm not Asian, but yeah, anyway. Some sesame oil, not too much. I keep mentioning this, that the sesame oil is quite overpowering, so don't put too much. Some white pepper. If you don't have white pepper, you can always put the black pepper. It also works. And then we put some salt. I'm putting Himalayan salt because it's not as hectic as the white salt, because I'm still going to put the soy sauce as well, but I'm using low sodium soy sauce. I'm not using the one with a lot of salt. Anyway, all of this will lead to a great juicy dim sum. So my husband was saying that he prefers the pork one to the chicken one. I'm like, the only difference is that this one I had boiled them first. So if you boil them first, then they become juicy, either the pork or the chicken one. And then we just put some cornstarch. Cornstarch is that key that is going to determine whether you get a meatball or you get a dim sum, if you know what I mean. Because if you don't put the cornstarch, then it just becomes this ball that's just like stuck together. But like this, it's still nice and juicy and so beautiful. Now we just mix everything together, and then we're just gonna leave it to rest in the fridge. I'm gonna put it in the fridge to rest for like an hour. You can also do it overnight, it's also fine. It just brings in plenty of flavor. And I'd forgotten to put some garlic powder, so it got back to me and just messed everywhere, but it's okay. Because I'd already put the fresh garlic, it wasn't really necessary, but I decided to do it anyway for extra flavor. Now this wrappers, the video is in my other dumpling video, the pork one, so that's why I didn't record making it. So you can go check that out. I'll leave the link in the description for this video, and then go check how to make this dough. Please do it exactly as I did it in the video. I've tried other different ways of doing it and it didn't come out nice, so do it this way, please. And if you've got helpers, they can help you to wrap it and cut it and everything and fold. But yeah, let's just keep going. So as I mentioned, don't forget to check out how to make this wrapper dough in the other video. Anyway, let's keep going. So you need to keep rolling this and putting some flour so that it doesn't stick. But then you roll it like a pepper thin, because you need it to be very, very thin. You don't want it to be like a pasta. When you're doing pasta, you don't roll it too thin. You still need it to be a bit thick, but for the dim sum, it needs to be quite thin. But not too thin that when you're trying to cut it, it just falls apart. You will see it. You will just lift it and see that it looks very, very thin. Anyway, we just keep going and rolling and picking it up. So when you keep picking it up, it also helps it not to stick to the counter. And somebody was doing a whole photo shoot or whatever she was doing there to keep herself entertained. It was quite funny. So then now we just cut enough, so all of it we cut. So what you can do is you can maybe freeze the wrappers if you got leftover, or if you make a lot of dim sum and there isn't a lot of people, you can freeze some of them, and then you can always cook them some other time. They'll still be really good. And because we're gonna boil them first and then we're going to fry them, they work well frozen as well. You're welcome. Now we just keep going. So when I cut another wrapper, I put a bit of flour on top of the previous one so that it doesn't stick to it. Because when you're trying to wrap them to now put the mince in it and the chicken mixture in it, and it's sticking together, you're gonna have to like redo the rolling, which is a lot of work. Somebody was having so much fun blowing the flower. She thinks it's snow. She wants me to take her to Germany to her uncle's so she can play with snow. So she was having so much fun. But anyway, we just continue cutting. So I roll all of the dough and then have wrappers ready for me to just assemble. Or for my niece to just assemble, because she is the maestro when it comes to those kind of things. I wanted to attempt to do the folding, but then I decided it was not for me. Let's give the pro to do it. My niece, she's really, really good at this folding, as you will see just now. She loves everything Asian, cooking and boy band, BTS, all of those things. So she is crazy about it. So she mastered this because of her love of Asian everything. I was telling her to smile so we can see that you're enjoying what you're doing. So she actually showed me how to do this folding. And wow, even samosas, I don't even do them anymore. She's the one who does it because she's really, really good. We all have our strengths and weaknesses. Her strength is wrapping dim sums and samosas. Mine is just cooking and baking, and yeah, that's it. So you don't need to put a lot inside. You just put a little bit so that it's easier to wrap. But if you put also too much, it will start coming out. As you see with April's one, when she was trying to do it, it was so funny and so cute. And she doesn't want us to laugh if she makes a mistake. So we don't laugh. But she wants to come and tickle you so that you can laugh. So I'm like, how come you want to tickle me so that I can laugh? But when you make an actual joke and I laugh, you cry. I don't know. Look at that. That is so pretty, Amina. Well done, babe. So pretty. It's actually really easy once you know what you're doing. Some people are just born with Asian blood in them. Like this girl right here. But some of us need to work a little extra harder. But you can also buy also the molds for the dim sum that you can also just put, but it's not as pretty like when you're doing it with your hands. This is definitely better, in my opinion, that is. Also, I think I'm biased because the first time that I ate, they look like this. So authentic. I like to keep it like that. I have learned to make so many things that I used to go and eat at the restaurant because I'm like, why not? I already love cooking. Why not try different things from different countries? Then I don't have to like go and spend a whole lot of money out there when I can just make it in my house, and then I can teach you guys as well to do it for yourself. I know some other people prefer to just go and buy, and that's fine. We all have our preferences, but for me, I prefer to make and to share how I make things, like sort of tutorial with a friend. So if you consider me your friend, that's showing you how to make food like that. That's how we hang out. That's how we chill. We make food together. Anyway, look at this. Looks so cute. Looks like a flower. But yeah, I didn't attempt to do any of those things. It was just her. There's April also trying to do her thing. If you try to show her, it doesn't work. No, you must. Yeah, she lives for the hype. So that's her brother. He had come to visit with his wife, so she wanted to show him that come and see that I can roll the dim sum, I can fold them myself. It was so funny. They are so cute together, and he is a hype man, so it's quite funny. Anyway, we just continue with our folding process. So here, I was just doing different types of folding, so you can choose the one that works for you, but I like the first one because it's easy for me. But oh, they look so cute, all of them. They just look so cute. So you can choose the pattern that you like and then do that one. Here she was just showing you different ways of doing it. Now we just continue until all the wrappers are done. It was so good. Everybody was standing in the kitchen with chopsticks and asking for more sauce. So the sauce video, I will also leave the link for that in the description. So I shot it at the same time, but I decided to make it a separate video so that you don't go digging for it inside this video. Look at that. Johnny. Well done, gorgeous. Go and show him, Baba. Look at that. There's our different patterns. Now we're just going to boil them and then fry them and then get to enjoy. So when I was busy editing now this video, I just said to my niece, can we do again? She wanted to make tacos. I said, can we have dim sum, please? Can we have dim sum? Because it looks so good, and I just remember the taste when I made it. It was really, really good. So now we just boil them for extra juiciness, and then we're going to fry them. They don't need to boil too long because they're so small and the meat already has been marinating. So we just boil them until we see the color changing, and then we fry them in some peanut oil. You can also use canola oil, but since it was Asian, I decided to use peanut oil. Now just put it aside and take our pan. So I was supposed to put them like maybe on a paper towel before I put them in the hot pan. You will see the disaster that happened just now in a few seconds. Because the water and the oil, yes, I forgot that they were not buddies. So yeah, it became a bit dangerous. Look at that. It went crazy. I had to take it off a little bit and then put them and then put it back on the stove. And it was fine. When I put the next batch, it was fine because I think the oil was used to it. Look at that color. How gorgeous is that? Oh, it is so juicy, so tasty, so beautiful. And the fact that you make your own sauce, the dipping sauce as well, it just makes all the difference. I absolutely love Yamitsuki, the restaurant where I ate these, but I'm so sorry, guys. Oh, I was getting like too little at the restaurant, so I had to make more at home so that I can really sit and enjoy them. And yeah, I did. I am making them, and then this is the other pattern that she did, and then we just also boil them, and then now we're frying them. Few seconds later, look at that golden color. Now we just turn them to just go a little bit more the other side, and then they are ready. So beautiful. Everybody enjoyed them so much. Look at that dipping sauce. Oh, this dipping sauce just is everything. It's everything. Please try this recipe and let me know what you think. It is not a lot of work. Please give it a chance and let me know. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with your family. And as I always say, if you make it, also share it with your family. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.